Right. Happy Monday, everyone. So, today, as it is Monday, we talk about what we plan to do for the week and also what we are grateful for. So, let's start from the top. Atish.
Happy Monday. I'm um I'm grateful for the Chipotle I had yesterday. It was very good. Uh, Unreasonably good. Uh and then this weekend, Sybil told me about a different file to use to feed into the recursive experiment query, kind of like well, so it just contains like the AMCs and the attribute level importance. Um sorry, text importance. And I think it actually worked pretty well. Like the LLM was like, "Oh, why is the AMC low here?" And but then like this or yada yada. But now the issue is the causality check failed, and I think, but I don't. I mean, I don't know because the questions are too specific. And one thing I saw on the website was like, make your question general. So my question is, how to get around that? Because I think all the questions will just end up specific, right? The more layers we go down. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'd agree. Um, okay. I'll schedule something. That's all for me.
Right. Next up is Ambuj.
Hi guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Well, I'm grateful for the temperature went a little up this week. It's been really cold since last week, so I'm pretty grateful for that. And coming to my task, I started testing out my causal sentence generator on the RAG that I had because I thought it'll take a while for me to perfect the sentences. So parallelly, I started testing it on the RAG. So for now, I tested it out on the naive RAG that I built. I also want to test this, on a graph RAG. Also try to use some hybrid selection strategy, retrieval strategy. And apart from that, Avi, I also read up on the deep research tool. Do we have access to that tool right now? Yeah, I mean, it's mentioned in the article that because of the deep research, logical chain and reasoning chain, it can also help RAGs, understand the context much better. So it'll definitely be a step up rather than simple retrieval. I'd also read that Perplexity has a comparatively cheaper deep research tool, and it also takes less time to run. So yeah, maybe we could look into that as well. But yeah, and on Friday I was also had a meetup with Subodh, and where I was showing him my work. He also suggested that instead of having, let's say, the dependent variable, would it be better to also have the why question? Maybe that would make more sense. So yeah, I guess yeah, that's all for me. Sure. Yeah, I think Subodh also mentioned one thing. One thing that he mentioned is, does a LLM or a graph rag need the perfect triplet? Because triplet is, let's say, for people to understand, like maybe a rag or an LLM can inherently understand the meaning, even if, let's say, the triplet is not perfect. This is something that he told me. I'm not sure about that. Okay, sure. Sure. I've not tested that as of now. Yeah, because I would say the triplets are not so perfect for now. But yeah, I plan to do it. That's all for me, guys.
So next is Avi. Thank you, Avi. Next is Chin.
Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. So what I worked on since Friday was I've closed off with a minor bug, and I have a I did some shad CN integration. That's like the UI library, and I have a PR for that. So I need to talk to, I guess, Madhi, and like I had like a build issue that I need to get ironed out. So I need to talk to Madhi slash support and figure that out. And then I'm just hoping to get it wrapped up maybe by today, tomorrow. I think we're gonna have everything done, and then I can go back to, I guess, the deployment stuff with Florian and the non UI stuff. But yeah, that's it. That's it from me.
Right. And next is Florian.
Hey guys, happy Monday. Yeah, I've been working on the deployment. I'm trying to deploy DeepSeek right now, and it's almost done. I should be done soon, and then I'll work on deploying more LLMs to try for the human baseline leaderboard. Yeah, that's mostly what I'll be working on this week. Yeah. Okay. I think we can try, especially with the GPT researcher. We can find a lot of things at scale to do that as well. I agree, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to own that. Perfect, I will. Thank you.
Okay, next is Hardy.
Hello everyone. Happy Monday. So today I'm done. I will be creating a PR for to whether show the validation results or not, and also will be testing Microsoft kernel memory for RAG implementation. Um, yeah, and that's my goal. Uh, uh, that's something that I need to test and see if we can where we can use it. That's definitely for chatting with document or result of experiments. I'll check.
Okay, Linnea, you're next.
Hi everyone, happy Monday. Yeah, I've been finishing up working on the title prompts for the AMC graphs so that they'll have nice descriptive titles. That should be done today, I think. And then we'll be starting on the radar graphs, and also testing that conjointly thing that you sent, Avi. So they're basically already in dev, just the title isn't. Yep. Yeah, totally. Good idea. Yeah, I wanted to ask a little about that, maybe not right now, but like, because there's a lot of demographic traits. If we list all of them, like the whole who, that's its own like table in and of itself. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. I can make an example. Hmm. Yeah, I'll like make some examples and see what looks good.
Right, next is Lucy.
Hi everyone, happy Monday. Last week we were been working on LinkedIn post and Twitter post, and we have 14 posts scheduled for the next 2 week on LinkedIn and Twitter. And also we posted our first public demo event featuring Subode, happening in March 13th, I believe, which is 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, and everyone please sign up. And also, We'll be cross-posting the event in different platforms so we can get more people to sign up for the event. And for the post for the next 2 weeks on LinkedIn and Twitter, we just need approval and some edits to the post before they can all get sent out. And the time has been scheduled already. Yeah.
Okay. Next is Mehul.
Guys, happy Monday. On Saturday, I got onboarded with the access. I tried to run the application today, but I need some secrets or alternatively access via the remote environment. So if anybody has experience running the application, let me know because I need to figure that out. But in the meanwhile, I was looking into OpenAI assistance and seeing if there's a simpler approach to uploading and querying documents. I did find some success there. There might be some things to iron out, but if it works, it'll be a much simplified version of being able to just query documents. That's me. I did. Back.
Right. Next is Nick. Nick has gone. Nick, do you want to say anything? Right.
No, I've just been going through documents and learning. Maybe next meeting I'll have some questions.
Sure. Okay. Next is Pablo. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. Good morning and welcome again. Super excited to have you on board. Just a little bit about Nick. He accelerated his own onboarding. That's the kind of energy we want. So, yeah, the right stuff. Excited to connect with you, and further the onboarding process, answer questions, review more formally kind of like the next steps around onboarding or your own dedicated checklist, all that good stuff. So really excited and I appreciate the energy. I am grateful. This weekend I spent some time not going to the gym, but working. But I nerded out on, I think, a really cool narrative and additional value points that we offer, but we have never really successfully been able to illustrate and show additional value offerings. I created a few slides that I'm happy to share at the end that I like for to share with the team. As well as kind of like where I'm going next around kind of go-to-market motions and like value economics and all that stuff. So that's what I did this weekend. Not fun, but yeah. And then I hung out with my brother. I'm grateful for that. This week we have a meeting with Priceline. This is meeting number 3 with Priceline, where we are starting the process of validating our data and our insights. We're working with Connor, a very famous behavioral scientist currently at Microsoft. We also have a Cap Table Coalition investor meeting with Kiana. She is one of the founders of Cap Table Coalition, and we're working to build out some momentum there on that front. That is, I believe, tomorrow or Wednesday. And then outreach on top of everything else. Okay, I'll shut up.
Right. Thank you, Pablo. Next is Sarah.
One thing
I did over the weekend is I saw some friends and socialized for the first weekend in a while, so that was good. One thing I'm grateful for is that it's starting to warm up in London. It's getting a lot less gray, so that's super exciting. February and January is like the worst months here. And then I think one goal for the week is getting the investor updates out. I'm grateful to Avi. He spent the weekend, you said, doing something with investors, so I'm really excited to see that. So yeah, those are my updates.
Right. Next is Saeed.
Hello everyone. So over the weekend, I was engaged in the barbecue parties and all. And yeah, for today, I need Avi to provide me some of the credentials so I can deploy and finish the current task of Persona, and I can demo the results in the end as well. So that's it from me. And I also requires new task from Avi. Okay, sure. Yeah, I require Microsoft Entra access for that. It's a identity verification system where you can manage every set of subscription. And yeah, from that I can access everything. For example, Azure. No, in the backend it use Entra. For example, if you are using Azure and you created a subscription there, everything on Azure is a subscription-based model. So you create a subscription for example, for a VM. It will create a Entra ID in the backend to use and communicate and authorize you. So, so I can have access to Azure Blob, Azure Queuing, as well as Azure AI document. So I can extract data from images, PPTs, and Excel. etc. Type of AI. Persona, yeah. Yeah, so that's it for me.
Right. Next is Tatvik.
Hi everyone, happy Monday. So, during the weekend we discovered that there is a small issue with the trades. So I'm still having a little struggle with those, but by the end of the today, like trade will be working and I'll push everything to dev. On more exciting side, there is a new thing added in the dashboard. So I've previously mentioned that alongside the usual prompt, I want to do like a summary prompt, like a one sentence or like one like small paragraph that will sum up the whole experiment, but we will based on the answer and based on the dependent variable. So I have put it in dev. It's right below the question big tab. Yeah, I'm planning on running like multiple experiments just to test everything to make sure it works and preparing everything in case there is a release so dashboard won't cause any issues. I haven't gone that far yet, so I'm at the step where I just want to make sure that, for example, if the dependent variable says to design a car, to buy a car, and stuff like that, that it differentiates the the prompt out based on that. So I'm at that stage currently. Mm-hmm. We'll do that.
Right. Next up is me. So, over the weekend, I worked a bit on cleaning up and fixing some bugs in the flow of creating the experiments. Also, I worked on tasks to update the new traits were given by Subodh. Now we have, instead of the additional traits, we have personality traits and lifestyle traits and psychological traits, as well as the US and the demographical one. And also now the functionality for like automatic selection for different types like economists, political scientists is now there based on these new traits. Um, and Also, I was working on fixing some things in the collaboratory and adding new ones as well. It was assigned to me by Marty. So basically, some things are like when you create a new collaboratory, data like images of the graphs will go there as well, and also structuring the artifacts in a more readable format, and also like getting the image there. So currently working on this collaboratory part, but the rest one is in the is in a PR. It's under review. So yeah, and making the UI ready to go to like prod. It is ready from my side. Just review needs to be there. So I've tagged Marty. Um, Yeah, from like my end, we are ready to go. Just like there is a PR which Subodh and Mari needs to review so that they understand if backend is working well with that. Yeah, for the new trades. Okay, does anyone have any demo? Pablo, you had one.
Yeah. Question. So wait, when are we releasing? When is this latest release, and to what environment?
Yeah, we should be releasing to prod now. Yeah, Marty sir will be better to tell that.
Got it. To production. Okay, that's a big deal. Okay, and has this been tested, gone through QA, QC, ready to go?
Yeah, the QA has been done. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. And Tushar, I trust. I love that. All right, that's exciting. I'm gonna share my screen, guys. Give me 1 second. Please hold. All right. Let me see if you guys see what I'm seeing. Okay, cool. So just been working a lot on these things, but the 3 slides that I wanted to highlight are as follows. So if you look at kind of like a lot of the content that we have, right, we say the same things. Oh, bioequivalence, 93% accuracy. You can run experiments in 3 minutes versus 3 months. We say causal insights, but we don't go deeper into how powerful causal is or what really matters to stakeholders, right? And what I've been uncovering when I do my late night experimentations is the fact that our value point has been missed. And so this is my attempt at kind of focusing on some of these core value points. The first one is the ability to run more experiments. And the more experiments a user runs, the more knowledge they actually gain over their particular domain, right? It's why when I structure experiments, I start with a goal of outcomes against that goal, and then or metrics to measure, right? Those goals or those outcomes. So regardless of what experiment I run or collection of experiments I run, I always have my North Star. And I find that without that North Star, I'm just asking it random questions. You know what I mean? And that's different. Like, we're not a ChatGPT. That's easy, right? What we do, market research, that's hard. So this illustration, what it's highlighting, I don't know if my computer is dead. Sorry, guys. Can you see what I'm seeing? Okay, cool. So the Y value is the total insights gained, cumulative learning, and the X axis is time in terms.
I guess his computer just died. Okay, I guess his like computer just died. He mentioned something about the battery. Okay, so until he comes back, or does anyone else have any demo? Has any demo or any blocker?
Yeah, so it's not really a big demo, but yeah, I was able to feed test results, sorry, experiment results from what Abby shared last time, and then we can query it and then check if the result
Saeed,
is what
your
we are
screen
expecting
is
or
not
not.
shared.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Guys, I'm so sorry. Did you guys? What happened? I got disconnected. All right, let me get back in.
all right, sure, sure.
Sorry. Okay. And so the yellow line is traditional methods. There is no iteration or whatever. It's just, think of it as like waterfall for you engineers, right? And then what we do is we're agile. We run many experiments, many sprints around experiments. And so you get to learn. The more experiments you run, the more insight you get, the better answers or questions you can run. And it's like training your own dedicated LLM towards the outcome and goal that you want to, achieve. And so there's tremendous value from that. The second slide touches on ROI and the fact that since we are subscription based, the more experiments we run, the more a user actually compounds their ROI versus a traditional research, which is linear. It's 1-to-1. So for every dollar that I invest, I get whatever dollar of insight. And that's the chief difference, right? And then the third slide touches on the superpower of causal research. There's a lot of data from Harvard Business Review. There's data from McKinsey. If you compare subconscious AI, which is causal in nature, versus traditional research towards actual business decisions that require market validation, traditional research, in summary, is 30% successful, at least as it pertains to product launches, versus subconscious AI, that because it employs causal research, it is much more effective in explaining cause and effect or behavior. And as such, 75 or 2.5 5 times better at achieving outcomes. Yes. If you go to the right, I'll share this with you. I have more citations, articles, and resources to share. Yep. And so the next step, by the way, Tushar, we should have a session because this should be like an ROI, you know what I mean? Like quick graphs and calculators that we can employ in our website. This is something, by the way, this experience only we offer. Only ones in the world that offer this. Just the process alone. And then we know that causal research is orders of magnitude better than traditional methods. But again, we haven't focused on the outcome that it employs. Why is it so special? What's the numericals? What's the evidence behind it? So now we got to tap into that. So this should be on the website. Final point is I am building swim lanes for each one of these outcomes. Okay. Outcome-driven, use cases. And what we're going to do is for each one of these outcome-driven use cases, build out a whole workflow that a user can use through our Subconscious platform to achieve said use cases. We need to show them how our platform can achieve these things. We can't just promise them that you can. Period. End stop. Hard stop. Right? Yeah, it would be market based on the demand of users paying, which is probably our prioritization, how we should prioritize. It'd be market segmentation, marketing and advertising effectiveness, brand awareness, and positioning. Segmentation, marketing and advertising effectiveness, and advertising event. And then I would say brand awareness and positioning, or consumer insights.
And actually, I was surprised to see. Now, this is my second day, right? But I was surprised to see marketing and advertising effectiveness on here. And maybe this is a longer conversation for another day. I'd just love to. I would love to understand how that works with our kind of approach and methodology. I said our. Wow.
Yeah, I agree. Again, our motion has been up to this point, we can do this, right? The insights that we generate can be useful for this, but we got to tie the thread. In fact, we have to do all the work for them and say, okay, maybe even on the platform, this is a future state kind of thing, but hey, what's your goal, right? What's your title? What's your goal? Oh, okay, yes, I'm in marketing. My goal is, I don't know, do better advertising campaigns. Great, boom. Here's the 3 workflows that are relevant for you. You know what I mean? And we guide you through that. We have to do that. Otherwise, this tool will forever be overwhelming. Super powerful, everything to everyone. And because of that, we go nowhere, right? So we have to be obsessive at this stage now around the user experience and how they achieve their outcomes. If they don't achieve outcomes, guys, we fall short, period. So the more we obsess around that, their outcomes, not ours, the more successful we'll be. All right, guys, that's it. Already are. So it's in the appendix. It's the last 3 slides in the seed investor deck. Feel free to move them however you wish. I actually built them in the investor deck.
Right. Thank you for the demo, Pablo. Said, you can continue your demo. I guess he is not here. Okay. So, does anyone else has any demo? Okay, any blockers? Questions? Any comments? Right. Since no questions, let's stay in channels and work together. And happy Monday, everyone.